Thank you for inviting. I'm Captain Vineet Singh Ranawat. I am an ex-master mariner. I was in Merchant Navy. I sailed about 12 years as a captain in Norwegian fleet. And since last 10 years, I've been working as a volunteer with this great organization called Heartfulness. I'm an ashram manager here presently. And I worked in various capacities during this journey as a volunteer to serve the organization. It's an ongoing learning. The first was we always operate with mind. And like anybody, I was no different. I still operate. It's not that I don't have it. I still use it in a much better way as an instrument. But otherwise, generally, it's the mind we operate because that is trained to work in the material world. But the day you start connecting with your deeper self, it is the heart which manifests now. It has much more powerful vibrations and even thinking, I would say, with my experience. Because somewhere, something is going on which is received by the mind and an action is done. So I'm learning to feel more and more that as we went into heartfulness and started the practice sincerely, the usage of mind became very less. The mind always diagnoses, it judges, but the heart doesn't judge. It says everything is there. So I feel the major transformation was to operate with the heart and the spirit of the heart. Yes, in fact, I would say I would have been grateful to Lord if I had come earlier, because I started much later, probably when I was nearly 38 or 40 years of age. I'm running in 58 now. And of course, I don't feel old at all because there's so much divine energy which is in, because there's still lots to do. But I would say that what I am today, the poise I carry, the compassion, the forgiveness, the love for all, this was not there. Because as youth, we have our challenges. I was no different. We wanted to have a better house, we wanted to have a better car, we wanted to have a good family, more luxuries, which is fine with anyone. But at the root, the values came from my school, my parents, but what spiritual component, if it is added to that, it blossoms a being. Then that being is whole in my understanding. Like for my children, when I look at them, I find them more complete. They don't take decisions, hasty decisions like we would have done. They are not going into a direction which we would say the society doesn't permit. But we were easy prey with all our weaknesses. So you can imagine we learned the hard way to come to this stage. But for them, I find it much easier. So when I look at this example of me and them, I feel the earlier you start, the wiser decisions you make, the choices you have, but we always tend to choose the right when you have a choice. So what more one would expect? And also they learn to have better relations with people, with their spouse, with their partners. I see them much more jovial, much more friendly, much more loving. It's not that they are looking at being a saint. What is a saint finally? A man with values. But right now, to be in the society, to be among people and yet carry those values, when each one does it, how beautiful this world would be. I would really say it will be an utopia, which was my vision as a child.